Authorities in the Philippines are warning that a volcano near the capital could be on the verge of a dangerous eruption. Well, the Taal volcano, about 60 kilometers south of Manila, began spewing ash and lava on Sunday. While Taal sits in a picturesque lake and is one of the most active volcanoes in a region where earthquakes and eruptions are a daily part of life. And Manila's international airport was temporarily closed and tens of thousands of people have fled while others are refusing to leave their homes and farms.
Volcanic lightning shoots up into huge ash clouds charged with static electricity. It's just the opening act of what could be one of nature's most dramatic shows. The Taal volcano last erupted more than 40 years ago. Now as steam gushes above and earthquakes rumble below, experts say another massive eruption could be just hours away.
We were afraid and in panic. We were thinking of how we could save our lives.
Tens of thousands of people living in nearby towns have been evacuated. Rain mixed with volcanic ash has coated the roads in thick mud, making driving treacherous.
It's difficult to get food because we can't use the vehicle since it's muddy, and we can't even clean it since there's no water.
Ash is affecting the capital Manila, 60 kilometres north. Face masks are in short supply. At the airport, hundreds of flights have been cancelled. While some tourists are trying to leave, others are getting up close to the volcano.
It's let's say once in a life, experience for us, because we have not this phenomena in our country. So for me, it's very, very, very interesting.
The danger level has now reached level 4, just one notch away from a hazardous eruption, which could affect hundreds of thousands of people living in the volcano's danger zone.
Exactly, with the experts warning now that the volcano eruption could get a lot worse. Let's get you an update of how things are right now. DW correspondent Anna Santos is in the capital, Manila, not very far from the volcanic site where all this rest of activity is taking place. Anna, you visited the site. Can you describe what you saw?
We were up at the site earlier today, about 6 miles away from Taal volcano, and all throughout the day we saw the volcano spewing out ash clouds. These ash clouds were initially like white, and then they turned to gray, and at some point they were also black. On the roads going up to Taal volcano, there was the roads were covered with sludge. This is because of the volcanic ash that mixed with rain. So the roads were very slushy and slippery, and it was very difficult to move from one place to another because the roads were dangerous. Also, the ashfall covered entire swaths of plantations and mostly pineapples in this part of the country. And also, the weight of the volcanic ash, it made the leaves on trees droop. Entire towns were covered in gray. They looked like a black and white photo. Now, against all of this, some people, or most people, didn't really look like they were in a state of alarm. A lot of them were going about their daily business. Like, for example, Tagaytay, which is a very popular tourist site, was still attracting a lot of visitors who were taking selfies in front of the volcano and really mesmerized by the terrifying beauty of its continued eruption. You also saw farmers washing away volcanic ash from their livestock and just trying to go about their daily life, and people were wondering, where's the panic or where's the alarm? Now, a lot has been said about the resiliency of Filipinos in terms of coping with natural disasters, but I think that can be drilled down deeper to 2 factors, both starting with letter F. One is frequency. We are one of the most disaster-prone areas in the world, so we experience natural disasters of all types on a fairly frequent basis. So that kind of you get used to it. And on the other hand, there's also a mix of fatalism, which is very much because of our predominantly Catholic country. So you kind of believe that, you know, these things happen for a reason, and that you can't do anything about it. So you just try to find ways to deal with it the best that you can.
And I just want to get in there very quickly. What will happen to the people? Yes, there is a sense of, you know, we've experienced that before because obviously the Philippines, very disaster-prone, earthquake, typhoons, volcanic eruptions, but still thousands of people have been moved out of harm's way. What will happen to them? Because, you know, they have had to leave their livelihoods behind. Who's taking care of them?
So about 8,000 or 10,000 people have been moved to evacuation centers or to some safer areas. Now, earlier today, the government's latest update was that they're actually preparing for two very extreme scenarios. One is where an eruption can take place over the next couple of days, or a prolonged eruption, which can happen for a series of months. Now, we saw another volcano in another part of the Philippines last year do this. It just erupted continuously over a period of months. And this is something the government will have to prepare for. How are you going to keep these people who are in harm's way safe over a prolonged and indefinite period of time? And how do you do that with a minimal disruption to their lives and their livelihoods? Right now, that's what they're going to be busy with in terms of mapping out the different scenarios and possible interventions.
All right, Ana Santos reporting from Tagaytay. Thank you so very much. Greatly appreciate it.